Hello everyone and welcome to episode 12
of
6 out of 7 podcast. I'm Liam.
And I'm Calum.
And this week we are going to talk about
Game of
Endgame.
Thrones. Oh, Endgame.
And Game of Thrones.
We could do.
Let's talk
about Endgame.
A little bit. That was weird. Why did you do that?
It occurred to me that Game of Thrones is also quite a big thing.
I watched Inside Llewellyn.
Llewyn Davis.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's a film.
It's a film. Coen Brothers. Not your thing.
It was okay. Okay. I like how depressing it was.
Yeah. There was no hope throughout.
Yeah, I like.
You dropped this on me quite quickly as well. Just say, like, the Game of Thrones thing, I was not expecting.
I just wanted to, because it's there, so
right.
I could see it out of my periphery.
Did you think the music was good?
Not really.
Oh.
He sounds too modern.
Okay.
For
the time.
1961.
Yeah.
It's like no one would, because he sounds like, what's that singer, Ray Lamont? The guy that sings Trouble. Someone will know what I'm talking about.
Right in.
He sounds, not enough with the right in, but he sounds like that. He sounds like too modern.
Maybe he's ahead of his time, Liam. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's why. No, but I liked the bit when he goes to Chicago to audition.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, this is really powerful. He's there's one bit he's singing a cappella, and you're like, it really,
like the lady Queen Jane or something.
Yeah, it pans in on his face, and and then the guy's just like, yeah, I don't see any money in this. This is you're not that good.
Adam Driver is like much more profitable, but he's like quite a dull person, not interesting at all.
Well, they do like a novelty song as well, which is I think the best part.
Don't Send Me to Space.
Yeah, like they got Adam Driver like doing this like spoken sort of.
Ooh.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
That was my favourite part about it.
How about that favourite bit of Endgame? The bit where Adam Driver sings. I liked it.
It's a good bit.
A
lot of people missed it.
Yeah,
it's in the first 5 seconds of the film. Anyway, Game of Thrones, you up to date?
I'm so pumped,
you loving it?
Man. I'm so pumped. there's something happening on the. We might have
it's okay. It's something about Microsoft Office from 2010.
It's
an old laptop, guys. It's an old laptop.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, I'm so excited. I was watching Avengers. I've just seen Avengers today. Liam has seen it twice, so Liam will lead this, I should think. But Game of Thrones was still on my mind even after watching it. Like, I'm still thinking about it.
I like the first episode. I was like, yes, I'm into this. This is good. Second episode, I was like, this needs to speed up a bit.
It was a fillery bit.
Yeah, but me and Steph were watching it, and I said, this is all this is. Well, I was quite negative. I was like, this episode's rubbish. This is all it's going to be. And Steph was like, it needs to, because I think the next episode's. Yeah. At least it looks like it's going to be. So they need all these old characters being like,
the reconnect.
Remember that time when this sex scene with Arya was one of the, I think she looks like a 12-year-old girl. So it was one of the most awkward things I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think it needed to happen, but I get why we didn't need to see it. Perhaps.
Have you seen Orphan? You've seen Orphan?
Yeah.
She looks like the girl from that.
No.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Arya's a weird.
Please don't do that again.
I don't think we're gonna fight. I think one of them's gonna die. I think Genji will probably die. To be honest.
She'll be pregnant though, I think.
Yeah. It looks back to that bit where Rob and Ned were saying, "Oh,
good
if like my son got with your daughter."
I definitely think that but I don't. Any sort of like he's the real heir. Like I'm not. You've got 4 episodes left. Hopefully, there's none of that.
That's all that bit done. That's all the talking. Like Brienne gets knighted. It's all those sort of like character arcs being fulfilled.
I didn't mind that.
I thought it was quite good. She was very happy. I was happy for her.
That whole bit though, when they were like sitting there, he starts to sing. I was just like, Jesus Christ! Something.
It was like
happened.
A stage play bit. It was like we're gonna have our real like dramatic dialogue moment. But anyway, it's good, and I'm thinking about it as well as I'm thinking about Endgame.
So when's that?
Big thing.
Monday?
2 days.
Yeah, it's the next episode. So I do hope. I've heard a theory that some people think that the dead are going to go around and go to King's Landing
first,
and then come back, and then know how the stuff you've seen in like the trailer where it looks like the battle's happening.
Yeah,
that'll be like the last episode.
Nah, I feel like unfortunately this show is much more about like Cersei, and this is going to be the middle bit, and they're going to deal with the Night King halfway through the season. That's my take.
Cool.
Obvious take, but it's mine. My hot take.
Sound waves, dude.
Sorry, I've got a cup in between my face.
Petit.
Small sound waves. Should we get to the point of the matter?
Yeah, let's get to the heart of the matter.
Yeah, we've guffed a bit.
Endgame is good. This is going to be. We're going to do a bit of non-spoilers, but I think everything that I really want to discuss will be in spoilers. But surely by now, I've seen it twice. Surely this will be out on Sunday. Most people will have seen it.
Yeah, but like there'll be a few prospective people who, for whatever reason, respect our opinion and will see the film based on whether or not we say it's good.
Well, what overall? Would you recommend it?
I would. I really enjoyed it. We were saying in the car, it was such a brisk film. Like for 3 hours. 3 hours, is it? Something like that. It felt like rip roaring, much more so than even Infinity War, which I felt went quite quick as well.
It's oddly paced because at the start, the first act, it's 3 hours, so it's literally 3 acts.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you can
An
split them.
hour a bit, yeah.
The first act is like, if you've not seen this is probably my main problem with it. If you've not seen the other ones, most of the other MCU films, you're not going to have a clue what's going on.
Right. Yeah, I think so. But if you're watching this, you are. If you're leaping in at Endgame, you are kind of invested, right? Like this is the point. It's been 10 years, and they make quite an explicit mention of that. Like it's been 10 years. I wouldn't have been thinking about this 10 years ago. Like, why are you saying 10 years? Like, what is that reference? If only to talk about it in terms of film chronology. A lot of film references. A lot of like talking about films in this film.
I think because there's that relationship between the alien characters or the robot. What is she again? She's
Nebula?
like, she's like half robot.
She's that cyborg. Yeah, she was a human being, or was like biological, and then he was like changing her, trying to improve her. Yeah.
There's that relationship between people from Earth and then people from that. So there is a lot of like, is this not like the bit with Spikes come out with a skeleton on it? Obviously talking about Indiana Jones, and she's like, "What are you talking about?" It's hard not to go right into spoilers.
Did you enjoy it? This is the second time you've seen it. Does it bear rewatching?
Definitely, it's better the second time. I would say
the second time?
Definitely, yeah.
Cool.
And most films are.
I don't know. Some films have a sort of an immediate appeal that is lost when you know the direction it's going to take. If that cat jumps onto my shoulders, Liam, I will scream.
I've got a cat on my shoulder.
Yeah, and she's looking. She is looking at me as if I am another platform on which to jump. I don't know what to do to imply that I'm not a platform.
I don't know. Just
the cats are going mental.
Don't look directly at it. I don't know. They've been really nice.
Like the advice is like you're looking at the sun. Don't look directly at it. Don't acknowledge it.
How long are we up to? Is that even?
It's 8 minutes.
Oh right, okay. I just seen all zeros, so I was like,
it's a bit dark. We haven't lit the room.
Do you want to turn the light on?
I'll turn the light on, eh? How about that?
Okay, go for it.
Will that affect the sound?
How would that? What does that even mean?
You told me about once when we started. I'm coming back into sound. Electricity or like turning equipment, lamps, things around a microphone. You can hear it.
I don't think room lights are like that though.
The cat did exactly what I said it was going to do, and it's
Calum spilled his coffee on him. Are you okay?
I'll live.
Are you okay?
I'm worried about your bedspread.
Was that warm?
Yeah, I spilled coffee on myself before. I'm just going to sit here with a cat on me and coffee on me.
Do you want me to move the cat?
No. Let's carry on the podcast.
Do you want me to move her?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay, right. Are you okay with the burns?
I'll live.
Get off.
Thank you.
Right, okay. My notepad. There's coffee on it.
There's coffee on your bedspread.
This is ridiculous.
This is so funny, man.
Let's keep going with this.
Let's keep going.
Yes,
yeah.
I've seen it twice now. Pretty like close together. It wasn't even like I seen it yesterday during the day. I seen it at night. Then I seen it at the midday showing.
6 hours.
So yesterday I enjoyed it less than I did today. So I would recommend it. And if you like the films, I would recommend it seeing it twice.
Yes.
And I'm seeing it again tomorrow.
And going on an off day, you are well done. Going on like an off day or at a weird time when not many people are there, I really enjoy it. I always think I should do this all the time.
I would see it with more people in the cinema.
Would you?
I think it's a better, like, people clapped at the end of this show and stuff like that, and it's not.
We have a firm opinion that you shouldn't do that.
It's unless you go to the GFT and the directors in it, or the producer, someone that had literally anything to do with the films.
I'm so sorry about your bed, Lee.
No, it's okay. It's on the throw anyway. It's fine.
No, it's a bit on your actual.
Who cares? Just stop talking about that.
Okay.
Like, why are you clapping? Who are you clapping at? Are you clapping at the people that are coming in to clean your mess up?
Or are we just sort of collectively enjoying something and showing our appreciation rather than saying, "Oh, that's rather good"?
I seen Whiplash in the GFT and people clapped at the end of that, and that's the only time I've been like, okay.
Right.
Even when I seen You Were Never Really Here at the film festival and people clapped, I was like, that's what is happening. What are you doing?
Because that's what you do at a theatre when the people are actually there.
But that's Whiplash at the end feels like such a. You know how that? Have you seen Whiplash?
Yeah.
At the end, it's like the big drum.
He's performing in front of the people.
So it feels like, I don't know, in a weird way, it's like, yes, that was enjoyable. Anyway, we're not talking about Whiplash.
People clapped about Endgame though, so this is the quality of the film.
I think overall people are loving it.
Yeah, people are really into it.
Which I'm like, what? I don't get. I'm like, if I had to rate it out of 10, I would give it like a 6.5.
What if you were rating out of 7?
3.5.
3.5.
No. Out of 7?
Yeah.
4.
A 4 out of 7. Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's. I'd still rather watch Ant-Man or Far From Home.
That's hard. but
Homecoming, sorry.
yeah, I'd like to watch Far From Home right now.
Or like
but
Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Yeah, well, this film is so many, like, it is. Should we go to spoilers, or should we just say continue in the non-spoilery section and say, yeah, I'd recommend it, but you have to have seen a lot. I don't think going in here being like, oh, I want to find out about Marvel,
like
Endgame is not where you should start.
Just before we go, because some people might drop off like when it is,
they've already gone.
But you know what I mean, like, it's because it is, we'll go into spoilers. So like the only thing I'll say is there's tons of fan service. So if you haven't, I don't know why you'd be listening to this if you've not seen most of the MC. Even like Stephanie, who doesn't love them, has seen enough to like understand Endgame, but it wouldn't make sense to you.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. That's fair. It does some explaining, but not really. And you're going there as a long term 10 years satisfied.
But it's not even the fact that they explain it, but it's like all the callbacks and some of the scenes in it.
Yeah.
If you've not seen the film, that I don't mind. Like, I'm trying not to ruin anything, but if you've not seen what they're getting at or talking about, then I think you wouldn't enjoy the film. There's a little woman beside us.
Yeah.
Like across the aisle, who was like on her phone.
About. Yeah.
I assume she's just like,
here with the sun.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know what's happening.
Fair. I think it's the story of a franchise. You know, story of a franchise.
So what? Yeah.
You better leave, Annabelle.
Hey, come on.
Coming in, causing your own
mess.
She
likes you. She wants you to be our friend.
On my shoulders.
So strong recommendation.
Strong, man. I'm gonna see it again.
I'd recommend it if you're a fan of it. If you're a fan of it, obviously you're going to see them. Why would you not?
Yes.
Is that your phone?
That was my phone.
What the fuck was? Did it quack?
That's just got a strong vibrate function.
Calum's going swimming. He's meeting someone for swimming.
Should we spoil the film now?
Right. Okay. So spoilers. We're literally going to talk about everything. So don't if you care about it.
I was right, Professor Hulk. I was on the money.
No, you weren't.
I was absolutely on the money.
Right. So what?
Tony Stark died. I was on the money.
Did you think that?
Yeah. I was like, he's gonna die. I wanted them all to die. They didn't all die, but a lot.
They didn't all die,
but Tony did.
Yeah. So spoilers. Like a few people die and stuff like that. But the Professor Hulk thing
was correct.
No, right.
It was correct.
Yeah, it was correct in that they basically combined together to make one character.
And they cut into a diner and he's there.
But he doesn't. I don't think he comes across as very intelligent. Like when he's trying to do the time travel stuff, he fucks it up.
Right, but
they need Tony to come back. So
his experience is not in quantum whatever, right? He says that from the start. He's experiencing gamma radiation. Bruce Banner is a smart guy. The only thing he does that's vaguely smart in this, besides the time travel, is he gives Tony Stark a sedative. So he is the smart man.
Right.
He is the Doctor.
He is that
Dr.
character.
Bruce Banner, and now he is combined with the strength of Hulk. So Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk. I don't even know what to say.
I don't even know what I should ask for this pound because I was so on the.
I'm not getting. I might have a pound actually sitting here. I did the other day.
Let's not.
Cats have probably stolen that. The plot is crazy. I think it's fan service heavy in that. So at the start they kill Thanos, right? So you're like, cool. Then it skips 5 years, and basically they're like, we have the chance to go back and fix everything. But so doing that, they need to go and get Infinity Stones from every film, basically. Not every film, but like 3 of the films.
They visit
before.
Guardians, they visit Dark World, they visit Avengers. And that's it.
I'll be at Doctor Strange as well because it's.
I love the fact they brought Tilda Swinton back.
It's weird. Why did she agree to do that?
I liked it. I really enjoyed it.
Money, I guess.
Because money, and it was a really cool. Like I was saying, she's one of my favourite bits of Doctor Strange, and it was nice that she had this sort of connect. Like again, Bruce Banner, like got to have a conversation. It was a lot of talking.
Very creepy.
It's an awful lot of talking.
It's it's not even that the talking slows it down, but it's so lacking in action sometimes. I would say.
Yeah.
Like,
the trouble is they are like they've done their fighting and the fighting didn't work. Like it didn't. Infinity War, they were outmatched. So they had then. How do we correct this issue? We have to convince people to give us the stones.
I definitely agree with that. That's like a good point. Like they try it in Infinity War. They just
punches
try.
Aren't
like
working.
All of them have their wee moment, their little shot at them, and it doesn't work. So in this one, it's
excuse that noise. I'm all
I'd
over
say
the
last
today.
half hour is like the only time where it's like,
and it's mental, and it's exactly what you're saying about like CG overload.
Yeah, it's
utterly just.
It feels like a video game.
Yeah, it's mental.
It would be people's favourite part and least favourite part because it just goes. Well, it is like, and a lot of people to me it feels like a lot of the characters are like they forget they have this power up until
they need
and then like Spider-Man with his instant kill mode, like it's kind of like what, like
I like that. I did like that. I'm a bit of a child. I elbowed Liam quite sort of involuntarily when Captain America picks up the hammer, picks up Mjolnir. It was really good, and I was so like, that was the kid in me, like, oh my god, I can't believe it, he's worthy. And that was fantastic, even though it amounted to nothing. Like, he has this great fight with Thanos, he's doing a one-on-one thing, then again he just gets like punched into the dirt. It's like, punching doesn't do it.
Even with the hammer, he's no good. But I don't know, like I'd heard that was going to happen before I seen it.
Yeah. Why did you read that?
This was someone in work, to be honest, because I was like, I don't care, I'm going to see it. Just tell me, you know. But good cat, just came in, seen what was happening, walked away.
I think I need to acknowledge them, but not be
just be like,
them.
Have a wee clap.
Don't let them jump on your shoulders, Calum, but admit that they exist.
I don't know what else to like spoil before like the end, but when they bring so they get all the Infinity Stones and Hulk has to do the stat because he's the only one that can withstand it. But and everyone does come back, but it didn't feel that important. I think because I knew this big stupid battle was about to happen, and they just kind of like, so all a doctor, what they called the
sling rings,
like
the sorcerers,
they all just walked through, and I don't know, it was quite anticlimactic.
I don't know, it's what we were promised, you know. We were bound, we were going to get a fight, had to happen. It couldn't just be a conversation or like a clever trick or like something. We had to get that weird sequence, and like the way Captain Marvel is this sort of Deus Ex Machina, she comes in exactly when you need her, destroys Thanos' ship in like that was awesome, it was so cool. But you're like, oh right, so she turns up very conveniently. I think she must have some kind of like psychic awareness. She must have some power that means that she can know when exactly she's needed in the narrative.
I don't think they knew what to do with her.
Incredibly coincidental.
I don't, because it's obviously it's the Russo brothers, and then it's who done Captain Marvel?
Don't know.
It wasn't.
Oh, is it? I think it's the people that did Half Nelson actually.
Oh, so it was. Yeah, we were talking about that.
Two. Yeah.
And it's so it's Russo brothers that directed, and then it's the writers that done all 3 Captain America films, and they done Infinity War, and
he was in it. He was in the talk. He was
Russo. Yeah, he was the guy in the support group.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. There's a lot of grief, dealing with grief.
Yeah, right. Well, in this group, so they've got this weird group that like 5 people are at, and the guys just talked about he was on a date. They both just broke down. Two guys that were on the date broke down, and they couldn't like.
Are they going to see each other again?
Yeah, but
chancing to grow.
And then Captain America says, "Well, we've been given this other shot, so we need to make something of the world. You can't look back. You need to." But then his whole arc, is he literally goes back to the past.
He decides to go back. Yeah.
So what?
Well, he kind of says that when he talks to Natasha. He goes, "Oh, like I've been telling these people to do this thing, and I can't really. We can't get over it." You know, he wants everyone else to do it, but he can't do it. Yeah, but I agree, it's a bit of a morality or a theory to suit a moment, much more than to like explain what he wants to do. I like that ending. You told me about that. I don't know whether you mentioned on the podcast, but you were thinking that that's what Captain America would do. He'd just live in the past. And that was kind of nice.
No, I thought I would have had Hawkeye killed himself to get... So, Black Widow dies as well. It's the same thing, Thanos and... Gamora, that was like laughable. I thought but Thanos and Gamora, you know, throws her off the cliff, and Red Skull, it's on that wee planet. I can't remember what it's called.
Vormir.
Yeah, Hawkeye and Black Widow.
The fight did get silly.
Yeah, I laughed. I didn't laugh yesterday, but when I was watching it that time, it's just arrow. He's like running past her, like staring at her, pure smirking, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
It was. I want to kill myself. No, I want to kill myself.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like he literally says that at one point. Like they're both like, well, good job, kid, and then he's like, I think we're talking about other people here, and I'm just like, what is happening, guys? I think Quicksilver got a better, like, more emotional death than her.
Yeah, well, they had to. It was so brisk. There was no time to like sit and deal with that, and like, why does she want to kill herself over? What does she feel she hasn't got to live for that he does, and etc. But I liked it. I think I don't know how else would you have had that play out.
I would have had
Ronan throw himself over,
or Ronan, because there's this whole subplot about him being a pretty horrible.
Yeah, he's lost
serial killer, I guess. Yeah. And then there's a scene in Japan that's actually pretty good. It's like something out of like a Bourne. I know he was in a Bourne film, but something like that. And so I would have had him. And then his family come back, and Natasha has a scene with them where she's just like, he he's sacrificed himself.
Remember him for what he is rather than what he was rather than what he is now.
Exactly, yeah. And I would have had Captain America kill himself at the end because I so wanted Tony to die.
Why?
What? Because you don't like him?
I think partly actually on reflection, Iron Man 3 kind of gives you that, like, he's given up, he's not going to do it anymore, he's done with it, he's had that thing like, I'm so sick of being the hero so many times now, and like in Avengers he is the central character, like, and his arc is complete now. He's done that.
I know. I just feel like his daughter gives him like a new lease of life, and like that would have, I wouldn't have liked it. I honestly thought Captain America dead, like sacrifices himself,
which he basically has.
Iron Man like becomes a mentor to Peter, and like shows up like very, very sparingly throughout the films, and Ford just goes off and does his own thing, which he can't, but it looks like he's going to be part of the Guardians.
I hope he keeps the gut, man. I love the gut. I said to
people loved that.
I think the gut is great. I think Chris Hemsworth is a comedic character. He just wants to do comedic stuff, and like what you're saying, like he is all of the levity in that film. Like you needed that. He has a good moment with his mum, and I was actually a bit like, that's quite impressive. Quite impressive in this silly film about spacemen, that he gets to have this moment with his mum. When you, like, in Dark World, we talked about Dark World, like, it's not very clear, his relationship with his mum is not very fleshed out, whereas in this one he actually, I was like, I believed that. I was quite good.
There's a scene where he's explained, so they all get like their own turn at explaining Infinity Stones to some extent, and his is like, it's like drunk, that's sort of his life's falling apart,
like a sludge.
That was probably one of the funniest bits for me, and he's good in it, but I think
Cole
a lot
was in it.
Who's actually quite funny.
Cole's
like,
great.
The 30 seconds he's in it. But that's how to use him.
Yes,
it doesn't need to be
central. Anyway, is that Ragnarok episode coming out? The best MCU. Have we done that?
Fuck.
No.
That should have been out.
Oh no.
No, this will go out first.
It should do, I feel.
And then I don't know. I'm done talking about superhero films for a bit after
this is the final one, guys.
So we'll see what happens. Maybe if one of us is ill one week.
What did you think about the like Natasha being the only one that's really gone, and then that is sort of her and Iron Man, the only ones that really, everyone else is still kicking. Did you like that?
Yeah. I don't know, who else would you have? Realistically,
I wanted everyone to die. I told you.
Maybe like Captain America. Basically, at the end, they need someone to go back and put the stone. So he goes back. You find out that he stays in the past, and he's got a scene with Agent Carter, Margaret Carter, whatever, Peggy Carter, and then you see him as an old man at the end. His hair's too thick. He looked weird.
It was the aging in it. It was quite. That was the only aging we saw.
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas got de-aged.
Oh, aging.
He looked really good de-aged. I thought that was quite.
There's Thanos from the part where he arrives on Earth is like incredible. Yeah, he looks like that's an actual alien, a human. Do you know what I mean? Like he looks absolutely flawless. There's lots of part with the Hulk that was like, he kind of moves like weird and like, I don't know.
It was. I really like Professor Hulk. I think for reasons that are not rational. So we already know Liam's got his head in his hands. He's literally got his head in his hands right now.
Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk was good.
I hate it.
He ate all those eggs in the diner, and
that was a funny scene.
He dabs. He dabbed. It was a bit of a weird dab, I thought.
Well, he didn't really he didn't put his head down, but he says it.
Yeah. And then him and Ant-Man.
Yeah, because he's like a quite awkward character. Dad. Do you know what I mean? But he's not a dad.
Yeah. But we're drifting all over the shop, but this film is a bit like all over the place.
I thought Ant-Man could have been like Paul Rudd's one of those guys. He's like Will Ferrell. I just need to look at his face and a laugh.
Right.
And I don't know if he was used to his.
He enables the entire film.
Yeah, I get that. And like he has a few wee moments like when the kid wants to take a photo with Hulk and he's like, hey, I'm Ant-Man, do you want to take a photo with me? And the kid's like, I don't know. Like,
I like the way he got to kind of experience what those 5 years were like for us as the audience, like him walk around with his trolley, like, and seeing the vanished like memorial. I really thought that was like quite a good, cool way to tell a story, and him sort of like pushing all those mourners about, being like, I want to see this. Again, I think that all the characters had a lot to do, almost.
I think in Infinity War they got a lot more of a
stay away from me
a moment, like to show in the fight at the end they got their own little moment, and you didn't get that in this, but I suppose it's just because you just got that.
Yeah, it's like, hey, remember that, this is it again. It's the same monsters, like all of it was like, that battle was kind of, I don't know, did we need it especially?
Yeah.
I like Chadwick Boseman, like him being in it. It's quite good.
I think like though obviously Black Panther 2 will be coming out at some point, and Doctor Strange 2. I think they're just going to focus a lot more on
the Spider-Man.
Yeah, obviously in a month or so.
Yeah, I liked his sort of emotional farewell before even his wife got to say goodbye to Tony. Peter,
did you not think she's like really uninterested?
She was a bit like, I need to look after Peter rather than look after
weird.
him.
There's a part where so everyone, like, you're like, oh my god, everyone's here. Literally, every Korg's there, and the Valkyrie's there, and you're just like, oh my god. And then an Iron Man arrives, and I was like, all right. And then it puts up, and it's Pepper Potts.
Yeah.
And
again, you predicted that. You said that was going to happen.
How would she even know what she was doing?
He was making that suit for a
nonsense,
while.
Absolute nonsense. But when they embrace Peter and Tony, when like he comes back and he's like, "Oh, I've only been gone for," and Tony's like, obviously very happy to see you, and he gives her a hug. I was very like, "That's lovely."
Yeah, he's like, oh, this is nice. It was like in the middle of this battle. It's kind of cool.
Very cute.
I dug it. I think the battle enabled some cool moments. Like, it was a visual feast. I bet on an IMAX that would have been like,
Well, we seen it in super screen, and it was it looked as good as it did last night, but it's obviously just probably
a big of green screen.
But it doesn't. It's not that bad. Like, there was no point where I was unable to tell what was going on. Like some of the films.
I don't know if I can agree with you. I'm a bit tired.
I don't think so.
I'm a bit tired. You had a thing again. I was trying to keep points, keep it fluid, but also to some kind of rigor. You didn't like, or you had an issue with the the all female bit. Where
I liked that.
You liked it. You weren't at all put off by that.
I'm not a sexist.
I'm
stroking a female cat.
You are. I don't think that's anyway, all right. You liked it. You were a bit earlier in the car. You were a bit like that. It felt shoehorned. Also, so there was some kind of. It was enabling a certain
you are putting words in my mouth now, Calum.
So
100%.
I'll take a devil's advocate position. I think so much that film was about like how the men, the heroes of before, had to save the day, right? And they've been saving the day for ages, and now it's Captain Marvel's turn to blow shit up, and that's great. But we had the moment where like literally it's Gamora, Nebula, and the antenna girl whose name I forget. Manta, right? Like, what is she doing in that moment to transport?
She's running, gauntlet? And she knows how people are feeling.
She knows how those aliens.
That's
are
her power, isn't it? So
yeah. And she kind of put people to sleep. But what was that enabling?
What I actually said about that scene.
What did you actually say about that scene?
I don't know what can't even remember mentioning that in the car.
You said over there.
I think that Captain Marvel could have done it herself.
Right.
I don't get like why there was this whole like, we're even the woman from Black Panther, who I don't know her character's name, I don't know the actress's name.
That's our fault.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Really? You're going to spin like a stick around. But it's the same with like.
There was a comparable scene in Infinity War, which I thought was quite good. Was when
when he's like, you're not alone.
Yeah. Scarlet Witch is super powerful, and I like the fact that this film gave you that moment.
I think they're going to turn her evil.
They should do. House of M.
But what's that?
It's a storyline that someone has told me who's read more comics than me. I don't know anything about it, but she is
some nerd.
She's the primary antagonist in House of M. I could be wrong.
She comes across quite evil. I think like when she's like fucking him up pretty good, and he has to like
Rain of Fire.
Yeah, he has to like shoot his own people to like get her off him basically. So
she killed Vision. Does Vision come back? Is Vision back?
No mention of Vision. What the fuck? There's a bit of the water with Hawkeye and her, and there's this like acoustic guitar, and I was like, are they going to kiss? What is happening here? But
they've both lost people.
And then she's like, oh no, he says, I wonder if Natasha knows that we won, and she says, oh, they both do, and I'm like, are you talking about Tony? Are you talking about Vision?
I think I'm about Quicksilver, perhaps. Even
what?
Like she lost her brother. I immediately thought Quicksilver.
Absolute nonsense.
Because he's actually gone. I don't think Vision is Vision gone?
He'll be back, I'm sure. But yeah, turn her. Wait for you to get more X-Men properly. Wait for Dark Phoenix to come out.
Yeah, see how that goes, and then do a good version of that.
How did you feel about the end? Because it is definitely. I was talking to someone in my work as well, and I was saying like, there's no post-credit thing.
What is your cat doing?
Because we're talking about Avengers, she done a little dive.
I'm wearing an X-Men t-shirt.
Yeah, but
hoping for.
It's definitely a full stop. It's not look at what we've got coming.
No end credit sequence.
Because I thought maybe it would be like what's his name, Adam Warlock, like leading into Guardians free.
Guardians 3. I'm looking forward to Guardians 3 with Thor.
And,
That's going to be cool.
Yeah, that will be. I think that'll be quite light-hearted.
Keep the gut, Chris.
Hashtag keep the gut. Put out on Twitter.
I tweeted today.
But
if anyone's listening, @6out.
It's definitely a full stop, and if you listen to our, I don't know if it was actually the episode I've not put out yet, but
the Lost podcast.
I thought maybe there'd be some sort of hint towards X-Men or Secret War or something like that.
Yeah.
It's none of that. It's like this is finished.
Yeah, wait for Spider-Man, and with Spider-Man it can literally be seconds after, because that is the whole that where the can I try again?
Okay.
When you have that like where Tony is having his sort of funeral elegies, he gives his own elegy like that.
That was
so silly.
The wee girl, right? His wee girl is sitting at his funeral, and he's in a hologram, sitting down on a chair,
like the wrong way.
Like pure like
cool
I'm a cool guy, and his daughter looks terrified.
Yeah, wouldn't you?
She's like stared at it like what? She's like that into her mum, like cowering in.
Yeah.
Like what is happening?
That was very well acted. I thought I believed that. Why did he do that? Why do you think that was a good idea?
Yeah,
Tony.
These films are always there's never any really bad like performances.
Okay.
I'd say that. I'd put my house on it. Like there's never any God, you're a terrible actor.
Okay.
They do a good job at that. But I will say the writing is quite shit. Do you think so?
I think it definitely has its moments. It like comes up and down.
These writers, I can't remember what they're called. We spoke about them before. The guys that wrote Captain America, Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFearley. They do McFearley. That's a weird name. McFeely. They do Captain America giving a speech or Iron Man giving his own eulogy really well. But I think they do see that bit when she's like, I'm going to hit you with a peanut butter sandwich. Yeah. And so he's an idiot. And then 10 minutes later, someone else calls someone an idiot. Yeah. It's quite bad.
And they're obviously not quantum physicists. That cat is giving me the fear.
She just wants me to throw it. Look.
Throw it. Do it. Do whatever it takes. Just keep that thing off my shoulder.
You've been drinking it.
Keep her. So the bit where they're not the only writers who are at fault for this, but the quantum explainer is like, can we do a Mobius strip? Oh, can I get that fizzy particle bit? Oh, this will take a while, blah blah blah, and then immediately it works. He's like, I've done it. That in a
3-hour long film, but you couldn't have another 10 minutes of him
I know we're trying to push Lang through time, and we kind of push time through Lang.
All
of that's a bit stop.
But that's for me, who's an unintelligent person. That's good. That's what I want. I don't want too much, because that would take me out of the film, and that would make me in a 3-hour long film that I'm already going to be a bit bored in, because the first hour is slow. That would slow it down even more.
Yeah.
So they do it, but just a lot of the quips and a lot of just the normal dialogue that's not Captain America being like, we've got one shot and you know your teams and you know your missions, is quite shit. Actually, I think so.
I mean, perhaps we're growing out of it. I think it's the point of those films that they have to appeal to everyone, and it's maybe that's more for your younger audience who is sort of the little. I'm thinking of the little T'Challa boy, and I'm thinking he's going to love that film. I think he's going to really like it.
He was playing Skyrim, not Skyrim. Skyrim's
Fortnite.
a good game, Fortnite.
Yeah.
So maybe
Fortnite's not even anymore. It's all about Apex Legends or something.
I don't know what these things are,
but it's Marvel. They're trying their best, and I hope the full stop you're talking about. I hope it is a full stop, and I want a break.
Well, there will be Far From Home, and then I think there is at least a 6-month break, and then I don't know what they've got planned for next year. But this film will make probably $2 billion. Probably. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's breaking all sorts of records. So
yeah, people really like it, and I'm among them. I want to watch it again.
I liked it. I didn't love it, but I've seen it.
I've
seen it a ton of times.
Hello. Yeah. You've seen it. You get 9 hours. You're gonna watch it 9 hours of Avengers in 3 days.
Yeah.
You can't not like it.
I probably will see it again as well.
4 times.
After that, I think when I always tend to see things just before they go.
Yeah.
Big films one last chance, and then I will buy it on DVD.
Yeah, I think so. I think what do we do about it? How do we round off?
It's good.
It's good. Write in. I want to hear people's thoughts. 3 hours.
I think everyone will love it. A lot of people were at the midnights. People that I know that were on my Facebook feed, and they were just saying you need to see Endgame. It's incredible. I can't believe, and I definitely don't feel like that. No, I was like, yes.
Thumbs up.
Okay.
I was satisfied. I think it gave me everything I was after. Kill Tony Stark. Love it. Professor Hulk. Love it. And sort of setting the world up for this. The world is forever changed. And it is forever changed. and moving forward, like hopefully that we'll see new and interesting things without Iron Man. Like his line, like I am the inevitable or whatever, and he goes, I am Iron Man. Snap. It's a bit like,
I loved it.
thank goodness you're out.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, shut your mouth.
Never.
Well, yeah, that's really it. I think I am
really it.
done with talking about superhero films for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll do next. I like our Ryan Gosling Emma Stone episode was actually quite well received, so I think we're going to do that again. But will we tell?
Yeah.
So
I like letting people know.
You're going to do.
I'll do John C. Reilly,
and I'll do Will Ferrell. So we're going to compare and contrast.
I'm gonna need some Ferrell notes. You need to give me some films to watch.
I've got a box set, so you can just have it.
God,
I fucking love Will Ferrell.
I need to return your horror film. But yes, that's what's coming up.
So yeah,
in the near future.
thank you very much if you have listened all the way through. Hopefully we haven't spoiled anything for you, and yeah, please let us know your thoughts on
Twitter, Spotify,
on Endgame,
email, via all these media,
and we're going to, for
YouTube
Far From Home, we're definitely going to get a guy on a little guest spot, so because
guest speaker,
I think it's a good idea. But if anyone's listening, and I think I'm going to get Jake. I don't know if you know Jake.
I don't.
He's lovely, the guy I work with, and he studied art, so I think we can
exciting.
Talk about
this is exciting. Well, we'll have lots to talk about with a third voice. Hopefully he'll
He's
be
got
more
a lovely.
cogent than us.
I think is it Yorkshire. He's got a very nice.
You just like collecting people with funny accents.
Well, I think it's important to have accents that all sound different. So
Write in,
guys.
Stand explain it to him.
Yeah, if you want to be a guest, or you feel like you want to come on and talk about something, or argue
a point or three.
Doctor Strange's case, which a few people have done.
Yeah,
to
man,
me.
you got a lot of flack for that.
Fuck it, it's garbage.
It's your opinion.
It's not garbage. It's a well-made film, but it's just not for me. So yeah, thank you very much for listening.
Yes.
See you next week.
Yeah, see you then. Bye now.